Has this ever happened to you? You bought a new watch with supposedly great lume. You enthusiastically bring the watch to the dark to take a photo of it and show off its great lume. And the result is disappointing to say the least. Is it a defective watch? Or have I fallen a victim to another marketing campaign? Well, that's how you find out that taking a good lume shot is not simple. It's almost an art, as we found out that throughout the course of making in-depth videos about lume. We have accumulated some good experience about making a good lume shot. Let us share these tips with you in this video. The first thing you can improve on is the light source. Lume is like a battery of light. It stores light and emits it later. A good light source means you're charging the battery well. And no, your phone flash is not going to be enough. Fortunately, we have the data to tell us what light source is the best at charging lume. Of all light sources that are readily available, sunlight is actually the best according to this graph. As you can see, the activation time is the shortest for sunlight. Other than that, white light source is better than a warm source. But when you don't want to go outside and touch grass just to take a lume shot, and you still want to get a strong lume charge, nothing compares to a UV flashlight. But there is a catch. This is a usual UV flashlight. It doesn't charge lume well, but notice the purple hue it casts on the watch. This is not good for photos. Instead, use this flashlight. This flashlight is equipped with 365 nanometers LED instead of a 395 nanometers LED that the purple flashlight has. The number stands for a wavelength of light emitted. With a 365 nanometers LED, the light emitted is further away from the visible spectrum. Therefore, you'll see less of the purple tint that comes at the end of the visible spectrum. This charges the lume way better than the 395 nanometer flashlight. A clean white light also means that you can point it at the watch while taking the photo, and the lume will appear much brighter. Just angle the watch so that no light reflection shows. Now you can charge your watch lume to the max brightness. Next step is to take a good photo of it. You can actually take a good lume photo regardless whether you're using a phone or a professional camera. Let's try this with a phone first. The exact setting will differ slightly between Apple and Android, but the idea remains the same. Longer exposure time. For Apple, you'll need to use night mode and lengthen the exposure time as much as possible realistically. For Android, you want the manual mode or pro mode depending on the phone model. The setting you'll want to dial in is lower the ISO to the lowest possible to minimize noise, and then lower the shutter speed to raise the exposure time to get a proper exposure. Now both of these options will certainly require a pretty long exposure time. Therefore, get some means of stabilization, like a tripod or a stand to ensure you'll not have any blurry image. Alright. We're ready to take a photo. Nice photo. But notice this light trail? When you have a long exposure time, you'll capture the light trail of the second hand, which is a cool effect in itself. But if you don't want that, you can release the mainspring of the movement beforehand, or simply let the watch run till it's dead. If you have a camera at your disposal, then generally they can take a better photo than your phone. Same thing, manual mode, low ISO, long exposure. But this time you can use a larger aperture to let more light in. This has an added benefit of creating a bloom effect around the light, giving it an impression of being brighter. Of course, feel free to adjust these settings to get the results you want. Okay, I think this is the setting we want. Let's take a photo with them. These are the two photos side by side. I think both of them already can be a strong lume shot on Instagram by itself, but there is still something missing. The lumed area looks nice, but that's the only thing visible on the photo, as if the dial is floating in the darkness, and that doesn't make a nice photo. So the next step we can do is to take another photo or a set of photos with the same watch at the same angle with different light settings, and perhaps plus some props we might want to add. In this case, I want the rest of the watch visible, but also keep it dim so it looks like it's shot in a dark place. So I'll set up a light like this. Also, the watch looks kind of lonely by itself. Let's try putting something by its sides to add some context and give the photo more details. Alright, the next step is to put all of these photos into Photoshop to combine. We'll do what is called an exposure blending. That already looks amazing. We can add a little bit of final touch-up. And here's the final result. Not bad, eh? So we went from this lume shot to this. I'd say we did a pretty good job. Now go take these tips for a spin and take some great lume photos yourself. Show off the lume shots you managed to get down in the comment section down below. We'd love to see them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all for this one. And until next time, have fun with your watch.